on the north side. And Neri setting up along the lake, playing as the Mongols. On the south side, it looks like we have more spawning with Dad is Human and Water Orpheus really close to each other. I'm not sure if they're going to spot each other out, but look at all this traffic. Remember that there is a treaty for the first 5 minutes. People aren't going to be allowed to attack each other. They can spot each other out. So this is kind of nice. Argentum's getting a pretty good view of what Water Orpheus is up to. In the western corner, though, we do have Warbix setting up their base camp right here. This is pretty good, tucked away in the corner. No other close neighbors. I do see more pink and orange running around the map. Papa Helix hasn't placed down their, oh, there it goes, placing down the TC along the wood line and in between gold. It's kind of close to Warbix, but not too close where you would be absolutely terrified. This, on the other hand, is really, really close for Water Orpheus and Dad is Human. So we'll see if one of them gets taken out in the early game or if they decide to team up. For now, the whole eastern side of the map is open. We also see Argentum placing down their main TC. We've got 3 minutes until the treaty ends. And I think Graphite Edge is going to be able to take over this eastern front and going to be in a really safe position because there is absolutely no one on the side of the map, just himself. And he's probably looking for gold at this point, but we'll see. Yeah, everyone seems to be like, wow, this side of the map is poisonous. Everyone on the other side is just not gonna set up there. So Graphite Edge really has a strong advantage, obviously gonna be able to take out most of this map. And we see this map is really interesting because it's similar to Highview, where there is a lot of stealth forest. You see stealth forest all over the map. Essentially, this whole walk is going to be stealth, which will be great for hiding places. Also, it'll make Graphite Edge really hard to spot out for some of the players until they make it through this kind of clearing area. Also very advantageous for him to place that down. On the other hand, we do see, I mean, I would say Papa Pirate has another safe position here up on the northern side, but remember our players who are playing as Abbasid only have 2 landmarks. Their House of Wisdom is really tanky, but if you're not there to defend it, it will suffer the consequences if there's like a huge group of horsemen or fire lancers coming that way. I'm really interested to see what players decide to do in terms of teaming up, or if everyone's gonna go actually a true free-for-all, decide not to use their diplomacy. There will be a lot of competition over in this area. Also, if we look over here at the sacred site spawn, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 sacred sites, all of them close together. I don't know if that makes it easier for players or actually harder because it's easier for people to kind of run around and decap. We do see the con out for Neri doing a little bit of extra scouting. Scouting. I'm gonna check on how people are doing with their scouting process. So Water Orpheus has located their neighbor, Dad is Human. Dad is Human has not, looks like Dad is Human has spotted Water Orpheus because we do see those farms there. Graphite Edge still completely alone. It looks like they brought their townspeople from all over the place to spawn in that corner. Neri making their way out across the map with their con. Have spotted out Papa Pirate trying to get this stone. Not going to be able, it's going to get it denied pretty quickly once that Uvu gets set up for Neri. Water Orpheus, Papa Helix over here, kind of pretty isolated, hasn't noticed Warbix yet. Warbix has also not noticed, actually he might have noticed Papa Helix, I'm not sure. It sometimes spawns a little bit interesting in that situation. And Papa Pirate does know where the Uvu is for Neri, obviously. So we'll see if they decided to team up. Right now, it's a little bit like 30 seconds after the treaty has ended. So we'll see what the teams are in this situation. It looks like Green and Teal have teamed up because they are so close to each other. So Dad and Water Orpheus are together right now. Also, Pop-Up Pirate and Neri have also teamed up. So Purple and Blue. I don't see any, and yep, that looks like kind of the only true teams together right now. And it looks like Graphite Edge is also taking a rather defensive stance and has walked his villager all the way to the corner to place the House of Wisdom. Good placement right there. Super strong to protect kind of that main TC idea. We also see Water Orpheus making their rounds with their scouts. So like I said, lots of self-force. It's going to be hard to spot out things as easy as before on some of maybe the other maps, but it is relatively flat. There's not a lot of true choke points. So even though there is a lot of stealth force, the choke points are going to be a little bit more difficult to find. And Warbeck seems to be spotting out the area of Dad is human, and they're probably neutral towards each. Oh no, definitely enemies towards each other because that TC went out. He'll also probably be able to spot out Water Orpheus if we want to follow this this scout right now. Follow the scout throughout the map. So yeah, Warbeck's will be going that way. So I don't know exactly. Yeah, I don't think Warbeck's actually found it. Did not find Water Orpheus. Yeah, I don't think he actually did. The difficult thing is really Papa Helix is the closest kind of player to two other players and not a teammate. So we'll see who starts to get attacked first. I'm gonna check over here on Papa Helix. Papa Helix is going up with the School of Cav. We should see all the names starting to change to age 2. So Water Orpheus, Papa Helix, Warbeck, Status Human, Papa Pirate, and Argentum. Going up to age 2, Neri was the first one to get there in feudal age as the Mongols with Deerstone. So not going for trade just yet. They are spawned right next to a trade post, so I understand not wanting to go for trade. That also seems to be the only, there's also 2 neutral trade posts kind of out here on the corner. So they're really close to each other, which I don't know. That's just an interesting placement, but I feel like most team players will trade with each other anyway. We do see also Pop-Up Pirate kind of mirroring what Graphite Edge is doing and placing the House of Wisdom kind of in the corner right now. I do hear a defense sound going off. Water Orpheus has spotted out the location of Pop-Up Pirate, and we hear Water Orpheus get up to the feudal age as well. With all these Abyssin players, probably going to be going up with a stable in the beginning. We'll see what the players decide to do, if they're going to be out raiding or not. Argentum seems to kind of have their own kingdom here, going down with the Aachen Chapel without a doubt, and Golden Gate place for Roost player. I'm gonna take a look at Warbeck's we're gonna take a look at Warbeck's bounty right now. I'm gonna unclick at this. So actually bounty is relatively low, sitting at a bounty of 125. The nice thing about playing as Roost, you can always go high trade house and you will already get up to like a bounty of 600 or so. The important thing for Warbeck is that because there's no food on the map and he's playing as Roost, he's got to find the wolves. And I don't see a lot of wolves nearby. There were wolves earlier, but I'm not sure if they're going to find them truly. So it also seems like Warbeck has teamed up with, let's see. Warbeck has not teamed up with, oh, wait. Okay. New teams. Neri, Graphite Edge, Papa Helix are all on the same team with each other. So I think they might be teamed up too, because I don't hear this going off, but I think they might be neutral towards each other and just spotting each other out. So, okay, wait. So it's a team of 4 versus a team of 2. So we have Werbix, Papa Helix, Neri, and Graphite Edge all on the same team. But Neri was also teamed up with Pop-Up Pirate, so I wonder if Neri is like kind of like having double teams right now. Werbix is definitely not teamed up with Pop-Up Pirate. It's getting a couple hits off from the TC on their scout. So and we do see the Deerstones making their way out. Wait, that's so weird. Oh, there's a Gur being placed and Deerstones being placed out on the map. So I don't know really what Neri's plan is with these, but there seems to be a pretty big crossover with different teams. I do see on the south side, Water Orpheus seems to be placing down a second TC. We should see all the TCs with our third TC. We should see all the TCs with some of our Abbasid players right now. So 3 TC move, very smart, normal, especially when you can kind of hold up on the south side. Also, Barbican of the Sun going down for Dad is Human. Little bit of a scout chasing are all across the map, and I think the con is kind of making their rounds. Werbix can go up to the next age, is choosing to kind of stay in this age currently. I'm not sure if that's a plan or what their next move will be. Oh, it looks like they actually did place it down somewhere. Yeah, they're gonna go high trade house in between a couple wood lines. This will give them a better bounty, and then they'll be able to increase their bounty from the dead deer from one of these landmarks. I do hear a lot of yelling, so I'm gonna look over here on this side. Con did spot out Graphite Edge's base, so that'll be exposed, and I do see some villagers on the run from Water Orpheus. Okay, I'm gonna check on the teams again because it says that Neri and Graphite Edge are teamed up. So maybe they just spotted each other, didn't attack, and Werbix Papa Helix. So nothing changed truly. I am a little confused, and the players are gonna have to confirm that. So Papa Helix is definitely not teamed up with Pop-Up Pirate. Gonna be trying to get a couple hits out on this scout, but not gonna be successful just because the scout's a little bit faster than these knights. Even when they get their charge in, they'll probably only get a couple hits off before he goes kind of like to a safer area. I do hear the defensive sound going off. Blue is out in pink space doing a little bit of damage, and pink seems to be walling off as well. Nothing like a little bit of precaution. I see a group of villagers from Pop-Up Pirate on the run. Not sure where they're headed right now. Possibly to place something else. Werbix has reached the Castle Age. Trade house is up in... Oh, looks like where they're going for stone right now is up and in action. So we've got Argentum in the Castle Age. We've got Werbix in the Castle Age. Both Roos and HRE. I'm curious to see, there is a Regnus Cathedral. So planning for the long game for Argentum. Argentum also has one military production building out in the Stealth Forest, utilizing that, trying to hide where their military is. And we see a prelate out on the map, probably going to try to secure up some of these relics, which are spawned really, really close to each other. It's disadvantage if you're HRE and on this western side, because there's only one relic over here. Only one relic. Gonna look down at this China player. Dad is Human. Dad is Human up in the Song Dynasty. No military production buildings yet. Just gonna keep producing. We do see four stables going down for Water Orpheus. Water Orpheus planning to be a little bit aggressive in this case, but we do see the group of knights from Papa Helix making their way out across the map, sitting at the doorstep of Neri. Neri is not, his TC is not automatically shooting, so they might be neutral against each other. I'm not sure if they're going to try to establish a team or not. I do hear the scout getting attacked by that TC, so Pop-Up Pirate about to lose their main scout, unfortunately for them. They do have a tower out here to provide some more vision, and it looks like these knights made their way through the base of Neri without causing any damage. So maybe they're teamed up and going towards someone right now. I want to look at the teams once again just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Papa Helix and Neri are teamed up. So pink and purple are teamed up and they're making their way across the map. I wonder if they're going to go towards Papa Pirate right now. Kind of seems to be the case because I think Neri is teamed up with Papa Pirate too. So you can have allyships with different players. Definitely different players. And so Knights making their way into the base of Pop-Up Pirate, gonna get a couple deaths in from the villagers out in the fields. Split army from Pop-Up Pirate. Most of the horsemen are all over the place, gonna jump into the TC, trying to take out this third TC before it goes out. All these villagers are exposed. I do hear a little bit of sounds down from the south side. Military production buildings being built up by Data's Human down low. This is unfortunate for Pop-Up Pirate. Most of the villagers are lost. Looking at the counts right now, down to 20 vills, 9 military, and these knights are tanky. These knights can just kind of skirt around the middle of the TC and not die, although one is going to be going down right now. Several production buildings in the works. This one is not up all the way, so Pop-Up Pirate is looking really, really exposed. Neri is teamed up with Papa Helix, so he can't really get in on the action and defend, and Graphite Edge seems to be the one who scouted it out and is providing vision. So looking at Pop-Up Pirate's main base is looking very, very low on villagers, low on military. Everything is not happy right now. Did go up to the castle age, but other than that, I don't think it's looking good for him. I hear a Wololo going off in the middle, trying to grab that Khan. Oh, Khan jumped out and jumped back in, so that didn't really work out for that main knight. So it looks like Papa Helix is going to be able to spot out the House of Wisdom. Not yet. He doesn't know where the House of Wisdom is yet. So that is good for Pop-Up Pirate. Pop-Up Pirate, we've seen players make a very strong recovery in these situations, so we'll see if that's the case for him. He does have to be careful about any onflow of extra knights. It doesn't look like though. Yeah, Papa Helix continues to send out knights to this area as well. He's gonna be losing one of the knights, unfortunately, for his own sake, just under the TC fire. Most of these knights seem to be trying to focus more out on the military buildings. Papa Pirate has a really unhealthy economy too. Can't lay down a market right now because it doesn't have enough wood. I actually wouldn't have gone with this and would have tried to cancel it and then make a market and try to sell off some of that extra gold. This free-for-all is currently at 20 minutes. It's part of our Only Farms free-for-all series, which will be going into the semifinals next weekend. We've got 2 more games tomorrow. This is the second game of day 1 of week 3. Also see a more inflood of these knights coming into the main base of Pop-Up Pirate. I don't know if Neri wants to contribute to this backstab or not. Seems to just be kind of watching Papa Helix do a lot of damage to the economy of Pop-Up Pirate. Pop-Up Pirate is trying to recover but can't really do it fully, and we see a proxy base also going down by Graphite Edge. I'm going to look down here at this corner. So several of the Lancers have made their way out to this wood line and have been harassing a bit of Water Orpheus. Water Orpheus has a strong army on their way over to Graphite Edge. Graphite Edge better watch his back, otherwise it's not going to look good for him. And we see Pop-Up Pirate looking really, really low on the villager count, and Neri making their way through the map. I don't know if they're going to be backstabbing, doing damage, or what their plan is, but this is where the House of Wisdom is located. I think they were trying to find the House of Wisdom, and the backstab comes through. They are starting to shoot different buildings. Torches are out, and they're going to try to siege this down. I do see moving one of the landmarks over here as well. Looking at the front line, south side of Graphite Edge, we can see some movement from Water Orpheus towards that main base, and more of the knights trying to take out the extra villagers from Pop-Up Pirate. That might be the last 3. That might be his last villager. Oh no, oh my gosh, she just survived. I don't know, she's gotta run. She's gotta run. She's gotta run. That last villager is going down though. Last villager is not looking good. Yeah, so the last villager, oh wait, Papa Pirate made 2 more. So there were 2 in queue. There were 2 in queue. So he's not completely alone. He's got 1 villager, it looks like, in here, and 1 villager over here is living on is holding on by a thread. It's probably gonna get taken out by Papa Helix and his previous teammate Neri. I do see a lot of camel archers, a lot of lancers in the base of Graphite Edge. Graphite Edge trying to respond as best he can, was trying to build a keep, building a couple more military buildings. Graphite Edge does have a pretty healthy economy in terms of could build a lot of siege, but doesn't have a lot of food on this hand. Camel Archer is going to be taken out by that main TC, and just going to be harassing and really bothering the base of Graphite Edge. He's trying to get up a palisade wall, not necessarily going to be successful at this point. It's just a little late for him to be getting up that palisade wall that really could have helped save this raid. I do hear some more pinging going off. Landmark fully destroyed by Papa Helix, and this House of Wisdom is down to half health by the hands of Neri. So looks like those points are going to be split by those 2, and Water Orpheus making their way up to Graphite Edge, and Graphite Edge is just losing that TC, is dwindling on the, it's not dwindling, but going down significantly on the villager count, and doesn't have a lot of military to defend. We can see the little bars over all the military buildings is trying to build up as much as they can. We got some spears, we got some men-at-arms, we got some lancers out there, but Graphite Edge really needs a bigger mass to defend against this group of 54. So we'll see if anybody comes to the rescue for him. I hear more shots going off. That House of Wisdom is gonna go down, and it looks like Papa Pirate is the first civ to get taken out by Papa Helix and Neri. So both of them did a lot of work on there. That House of Wisdom takes a long time to get taken out at this point. Let's see. Neri, that is not Neri's secret target. That is human secret target. Oh wait, not that is human. Who else? Oh, it was Papa Helix. Papa Helix, yes. So Papa Helix actually will get an extra 2 points because that was their secret target. So they'll be splitting the points with Neri, but be getting an extra 2. So they'll be able to take 2 points home. We see a huge mass of green heading in towards the base of Graphite Edge, and Graphite Edge is also losing more and more villagers down to 56. We just saw that they were at 70 and is down to a military of 7. Unable to hang on, does not have the food income to keep pushing this at this point. It is just kind of trying to hold out as best they can, trying to wall up in this corner for the House of Wisdom that they have. But unfortunately, now you can siege down walls with your regular military if it's not built up in time. So Water Orpheus denied that wall going up so well. Look up on the corner, we see a sacred site being taken by Neri, as well as the center sacred site, and most of the army of Neri and Water Orpheus, or not Water Orpheus, Papa Helix, probably going back into the main base, sitting on the edge. I do see another big military from Warbix heading out towards Argentum. Looking at this area, I really think Water Orpheus is going to be able to clean this up. It's just waiting for the military mass to go in onto the House of Wisdom. House of Wisdom is completely exposed now. That's open. That villager trying to one last pull to make a tower to do a little bit of defense, but I don't think this is looking good for Graphite Edge, and nobody seems to be coming to the aid of them. So yeah, they're probably going to be the next player to go down at the hands of Water Orpheus, our last week's winner. I just see this huge orange blob from Werbix moving down south at the, oh gosh, no! Argentum was so close to getting that wall up, but is not gonna get there in time. Seemed to be preemptively understanding that that was a necessity, but unfortunately it's a little bit too late for him. I also don't see on the top, Argentum's got a military of 1918 or so, not enough to deal with 95 military units from Werbix, especially when you're playing against the Rus, and they seem to be upgraded to elite man-at-arms, crossbowmen, a bombard, a couple of mangonels as well, gonna be able to clean up any of the military that is slowly spawning out from Argentum. Argentum sending as much as he can, and it looks like Data's Human is pulling up on the south side as well, and I can see a blob of purple. Neri seems to be making their way in towards Argentum. Graphite Edge has been conquered by Water Orpheus. Water Orpheus will be able to take in that extra 4 points for that kill. No surprises up in that corner, and it seems that Data's Human is going to be able to clean up this army at this edge, and I don't know if Neri is on the team with him. Yeah, Neri looks to be teamed up with, no. So they're like not teamed up, but then all the other teams are not teamed up, so they're not gonna be able to do anything about that. Werbix seems to be getting off a lot of strong hits on these military production buildings. The last one is Regnitz Cathedral is out in the corner. I don't know if Data's Human has spotted this out. That would be really, really easy for him to take. And also, unfortunately for Argentum, he doesn't have any of the relics in there either, so it doesn't have the gold income. If we look at his income, it's very, very low right now, especially on the gold. Not going to be able to make up some of those stronger units that the HRE can build. Yeah, I don't see Papa Helix out here on the map just yet. I do see a culverin, and most of their military is just hanging out back here. So I don't know if they're trying to avoid this team up, but we do see Kurultai on the way, and Traction Trebuchet also from Neri into the main base of Argentum. TC emergency repairs we see coming out for this player, and Bombard gonna get a few hits on this. So really what Data's Human needs to do is spot out this landmark. That's what I said with the Self-Saurus. It's awesome that players can hide their landmarks in there, similar to how a Mongol player would be able to hide their landmarks. So I'm not sure if they noticed this yet as a China player, but all the military buildings are going to get wiped out for Argentum. Argentum is down to a military of 2, 37 vills though. And out here, they seem to be building a Palace of Swabia. So I didn't notice, but Argentum didn't go up to Imperial Age yet. So they were actually hovering down low into Castle Age. It seems like they're going to be building up right here past Swabia. And oh, it's such a good location, but also horrible because Werbix has a scout right there. That's unfortunate. That's truly unfortunate for them. And it looks like Water Orpheus is making their way through the map, going to be defending Argentum. I don't know if they're defending. No, they're not defending. Everyone's trying to get in on the action. Everyone's trying to get in on the action right now. And it looks like Data's Human has seen this, but hasn't actually seen this. Like, his vills are right there, but he's not turning around his trebs. So, yeah, not turning around. He needs to turn around the trebs. Get that last hit on that hit. So, Yeah, Water Orpheus unfortunately didn't get any damage on any of the landmarks, so isn't going to be getting any of the points right now. They do know Palace of Swabia is here up north, and I think finally Data's Human has noticed that last landmark here. So we should see where the points lie. Neri trying to make their way back down to that part of the map, maybe do some more damage on Argentum. But this is gonna be when we're gonna have to look at the replay for this. I hear a Wololo going off. Fortunate. Oh, and the backstab has occurred as Warbix has been distracted. Papa Helix going into his base with a huge group of Royal Knights. Warbix is very, very distracted. Unfortunately, not able to take out the Palace of Swabia either. Is trying to send back the military, it looks like, to do some defending. It might be a little too late. This is not the main TC. They need to get off that TC. The main TC is over here. So they're moving towards the main TC, took out one unit and working their way in. This is the last, wait, hold on. High Trade House though. High Trade House is one of those ones that looks like the blacksmith, so is easily ignored. Yeah, I actually don't know if Papa Helix is going to get this off in time. Going out towards the bottom corner of the map, it's given Warbix enough time to return to the main base. Warbix has a rockin' economy though, a lot of military buildings, and is going to be able to kill off quite a bit of those knights in that area. Knights did spot out that High Trade House and are starting to burn it down as well. Surrounded the complete army of Warbix. Warbix is doing a really good walling at this point. Those mangonels aren't going to be able to get up, and Knights make their way pushing through that center. So backstab seems to be going pretty successful for Papa Helix, and he continues to send out more and more Knights right now. I would like to see more production buildings for him, more of the Knight stream heading down to the south side of the map, and it looks like they're finally pushed through that little bit of army that was left and are getting some hits on the high army. If that high army goes down along with this High Trade House, it's not looking good for Warbix. Warbix also did not fully take out Argentum. Argentum was allowed to wall up and has one last landmark, which is the Palace of Swabia. So we'll have to look at the replay on that too. So no points for anyone for taking out Argentum, because Argentum did not go out. Oh, and it looks like there's enough defense right here for that high armory. High armory hanging on by almost 1,000 health, and we see the second group of Knights making their way out down across the map. So he's really got to be careful, play this smart, go straight for that high armory to get that backstab. That'll be 8 really strong points for Papa Helix, and Papa Helix needs those points if they want to make into semifinals. This is their first game though, so they do have a second game as well. See the next stream coming in. More villagers on the way also from Warbix. Warbix doing their best to do a screen, really strong screen with Spearman, super strong screen with Spearman, and actually forcing Papa Helix to turn around and be pushed in between both of those keeps. Awesome micro. I don't know if that's lucky or just really strong, perfect screening for them. We do see this high armory still producing some of the upgrades. So siege crew training, and really what I think is needed from Papa Helix is, wait, does Papa Helix not have chivalry? No, they do. Oh, I guess I'm not selected on them. Okay. Yes. Okay. Healing up, and gonna probably make one more push into this corner. I think it would be better for them if they had some siege. Oh, they do. We see a royal cannon on the way. Human also. Oh, wait. Data's Human got taken out. We're gonna have to look at that in the replay booth from Cleroy. Because I missed that. I was looking more up at this northern backstab, but it looks like Graphite or Water Orpheus must have done a backstab on Human, because that's what we need. Argentum has also been conquered by Neri, so that's like a huge split of points between several of the players. And so I'm gonna look over here, and we're gonna head over to the replay since we missed out on that. So this is a replay earlier of Dad is Human. So it looked like there was a pretty good big group of knights. Oh, so Neri also got in on the action from before. So it was between both players. So it must have been Neri and Graphite Edge seem to have gone in together for taking out Dad is Human. So that's what we missed earlier in the game. All right, heading back over here. So it seems to be a pretty good distraction. This is in the favor of Werbix. So Neri took out, we gotta rewatch this because a lot of this, because Neri took out the last Palace of Swabia, was also down here at Dad is Human. And over here in the corner, we hear cannons going off and just a lot of defense in this system. So Papa Helix is gonna lose that 5-minute edge for their backstab. Unfortunately, not gonna be carried out. I don't think that 5 minutes has fully happened, but it looks like it's almost at the edge of 5 minutes. So Water Orpheus did a really good job of like at least denying points from another player. I hear defense sounds going off because Neri was in the base of Water Orpheus. Water Orpheus doing a pretty good job defending that. Gonna be able to deny that at this point, but we do see a huge stream of purple coming up from the north side from Neri towards the south side of the base. Papa Helix is still trying to do one more push on Werbix. Werbix doing an amazing screen again with all the spearmen and villagers coming out here to defend this wall. We've got 3 keeps on the edge. 2 of them have cannons. One of them is not upgraded all the way, but it doesn't matter. They're all shooting arrows and seem to be taking out the cannons as they pull a lot closer. Not looking good. Oh my gosh, and Aiden3, thank you so much for the 50 subs. I really appreciate it. That is awesome. Oh gosh, and the main battle heading out. Look at this like face off right here. We have purple and green kind of just like skirting around at this point. Right now Neri is in a super strong position. This between orange and pink has been going on way too long, and it looks like Werbix playing as a Roos has prevailed in preventing any of that backstabbing going on. So Papa Helix definitely lost the backstab in that situation. Wow. Werbix doing their best to defend super strongly, and we see a lot of Neri's units out on the map. Oh man, there was boiling oil on there, but they just took it. They took it like champs, and the timing was really good. So they avoided the boiling oil from that keep, and they're gonna go head on into the battle with Water Orpheus. Look at that, look at that. Water Orpheus has fully upgraded camel archers, camel riders, which are gonna debuff the lancers of the Mongols. So really good choice in army composition for them. Both armored, tankier units now that all those upgrades are on the camels. And it looks like Neri's whole army just got wiped from that one battle. And there is a continuous push between pink and orange. This is probably going to be going on for a lot of time. Both of them have just wooden walls, and that keep was destroyed as it went up. Unfortunate, or possibly canceled by Papa Helix. That is really funny, the way that it was canceled. It's just half built. And now it seems that Werbix has actually started to make ground in towards the base of their previous teammate, Papa Helix. The diplomatic statuses right now, if I check on them, there has been the pink and orange were teamed up previously. I'm gonna check here. Let's see. So Neri seems to be teamed up with Papa Helix, and Werbix and Water Orpheus are just single players. I will say that Water Orpheus seems to be going in for the kill right now, going in straight for the white stupa, gonna be able to take that out relatively quickly with those camel riders. That's awesome. The combo of camel archers and camel riders, really tanky, strong units, especially when your opponent is just making a lot of lancers. It's really good to have that type of unit, and it looks like Werbix is actually making quite a bit of ground onto the base of Papa Helix, and we hear the defense sound go off because they are teamed up. Neri bringing out, I don't know, a bombard. I want to look at the UI a little bit, the advanced observer UI. Neri's down to a military of 32. Water Orpheus is at a military of 98. So that's just looking really strong for him as a military. Main TC taking out, White Stupa taken out as well. This Kurultai also taken out. So that was also out on the field, which was really refreshing to see from Neri, using that as a Mongols player, bringing out his buildings, using that to the best of their ability. The last landmark is the tear stones up on the corner. Yeah. And also your Vills can survive without a TC. And it looks like there's going to be a little bit of a frontline battle right here underneath a couple of the upgraded towers. Will Neri be able to defend off Water Orpheus? Water Orpheus also bringing out the hand cannoneers, making their way throughout the base. Man, those villagers really doing work. Almost rebuilding that main TC. Almost up there. Not quite. Oh, and it's rebuilt. So rebuilt that main TC. Water Orpheus is going to have to do a lot of digging. If we look over here on the second battle, Papa Helix is not looking good. Initially went in for the backstab, but Werbix was able to defend, and Werbix has taken out two of the landmarks. It seems like Papa Helix is really protecting the gold that they have here as well. Yeah, so the College of Artillery is out kind of from that main base, so Werbix has to spot that out before they can win. Hear the enemy destroyed landmark sound going off. So School of Cav getting taken out. Seems to be able to clean up any of the military production buildings from Papa Helix, but Papa Helix is still sitting on a military of 48. But like, doesn't matter because Werbix has 108 military units. I'm stuck on Papa Helix. Papa Helix only has knights and a cannon, whereas Werbix on the other side has spears, streltsy, lots of streltsy, cannons, mangonels. They're going to be able to fend off any of those knights that are starting to come up in the last part of the game. I do see Papa Helix in the base of Neri. So I think they're teamed up pink and purple. Pink and purple, right? No. Yes, pink and purple are teamed up. So they're kind of just like co-living at this point. And it looks like from the south side, Neri coming up to the aid of their teammate, going to be taking the distraction and taking a pretty strong hit from all these Streltsy. Those guys are going to get cleaned up relatively quickly because that screen of like, okay, so I know that trash units are trash units like Spearmen, but Spearmen towards the end game are actually still very relevant against those Lancers. Did you see that? Those are strong. Those are Mongol Lancers that just get taken out. Water Orpheus also moving across the map. I do hear some alarms going off from this side. Oh, and Papa Helix is trying to come up from the south side to take out this landmark. All the landmarks have, let's see, main TC has been, well, let's see. Golden Gate has been rebuilt, main TC has been rebuilt, and we see a flood of villagers coming down there, possibly to repair. But man, oh man, did Werbix lose a lot of wood eco in those moments. That's going to hurt for a Roost player. It looks like that was a really good distraction from Neri. Neri pushed in, distracted the army, and it allowed Papa Helix to get in from the south side. They're trying to burn down this last wall right here, able to do it, and slowly flooding in. Once again, he's going through a choke point. This is scary for, this is now looking scary for Werbix recovered. There was a little bit of the tables turning in this situation, but also like these units are pretty good at countering these knights, but I think these knights are fully upgraded. I didn't see a university. It might have been destroyed. Actually, there was a university. It was destroyed. So they're possibly pretty upgraded for Papa Helix, but Papa Helix seems to be losing a lot in the military as well. Still sitting at 35 units. Couple of Streltsy on their way, and we do see pulling up the rear is Water Orpheus. Water Orpheus is burning down this part of the wall and gonna be getting in damage on Werbix as well. So Werbix is completely exposed, and now he's got two really strong militaries in his base, and it's gonna be hard to defend against all these camel archers, camel riders, as well as all these royal knights, which are making their way in towards the main TC. Gonna be able to get a little bit of damage on there. That's a really good placement for Werbix. Werbix's base, though, is a maze, and I think that's what's killing a lot of the players in this situation. They're unable to get out from the fire of the keep. So really, actually, Water Orpheus is just losing a lot of his military to buildings and bombards, and Werbix is surviving once again. Survived from a double attack because of the way that his base is built. When you use your building strategically, it forces all of these extra enemies into these choke points, and using those choke points to your advantage really helps. So I think Water Orpheus is going to regroup at the south side of the map, and it also looks like Papa Helix is going to regroup as well. I wouldn't like, it would not surprise me if there was a little bit of backstabbing. Like, let's say Neri is building up military right now, decides to backstab their oh so good ally Papa Helix. They could do that, but we'll see how it goes. It looks like Water Orpheus is going in onto the proxy base of Papa Helix. So not only attacking Werbix, but actually attacking Papa Helix as well. Okay, so he decided to leave Werbix alone and is going towards the crazy keep panel. This is hilarious to me. I don't. They were protecting the gold, but it was just a lot. It was just a lot. They're gonna have to get through a lot of keeps to get through this as well, and it seems like Neri has decided to get in on the action and defend their teammate. No backstabbing yet. I do see a lot of green crossing the map from Water Orpheus. Water Orpheus has a huge eco. Do you see this? 15k food, 12k gold. Comparatively to any of the other players, they can just outlast spawn military as best as they can. What I do think they need is a proxy base, or at least a keep to fight out under. I'm not sure if they're going to go around, or they could go in towards Neri and take out Neri instead. But I don't know if anybody will ever find this Deerstone landmark. That's kind of the hard part, is finding that Deerstone landmark. More military production buildings being placed down by Werbix. Werbix is recovering, has a lot of gold in the bank, not a lot of other units. So we'll see. And it looks like Water Orpheus has spotted out that College of Artillery, which may be the last landmark from Papa Helix. So Papa Helix would be taken out by not only Water Orpheus, but also Werbix in this case. And it seems like they're defending, and Papa Helix has been taken out. So those 2 points will be going to Water Orpheus, 2 points will be going to Werbix. I want to see, so Werbix, nope, that's not Werbix's thing. Water Orpheus. Oh, Water Orpheus will also be getting the extra 2 points because Papa Helix was their secret target. So Water Orpheus is getting 2 points from that as well. So we'll be getting a total of 4 points. And we do see Water Orpheus making their way into the base of Neri. This is where the exposed base of playing as the Mongols. This is the disadvantage, but we all know that Neri hid their last landmark, which is not ever found, and Neri is making their way out into the map, trying to take out this trail of military that's happening. So we're down to 3 players. Werbix does need to recover just a little bit in the food department, but they do have a lot of military, 114 units, relatively strong. I'm not sure who they're going to go in on at this point, because now all players, it is a true free-for-all. All 3 of them are left. Seems like most of the military of Water Orpheus is cleaned up at this point, and Neri can breathe a little bit for a second. And I think what's going to happen is down here, there's a couple of the Mangudai try to make their way over into this back corner. Yeah, so I'm not sure who's going to go where, but if I were playing, I would definitely go for the Mongol player, or at least try to scout out that Mongol players. And I do see this sneaky. Oh, it was found though. The Kurultai is making its way across the map, but it was found by a Camel Archer. Lucky for Water Orpheus, because that could be annoying to find. So annoying to find some of those units. So we need a lot of scouts on the map, or a lot of fast units to find this last piece. And also Neri has trade going. Trade with the neutral market that's in their main base. So that trade needs to be sniped out for both the players. Otherwise, it's going to be relatively difficult for them to take it out. So I think they're going over here. I see the military moving their way across the map, going to be trying to take out this Kurultai. I think, or that's what they were looking for. Oh, they found it. They found it. It's so hard to find the Mongol landmarks when they're fast. So I do see a lot of military hovering out for Werbix. I think Werbix is trying to plan their next move, get enough eco saved up to go to the next stage of their plan. Just having enough eco to send in reinforcements is really important if you're gonna decide to take out another player. Still playing tag, and it looks like that Kurultai is going to be burned up. Or not. All right, officially taken out. And this is really smart of Water Orpheus. Sending in 3 bills. I'm assuming, yeah, he's gonna put a keep down there. That'll prevent anybody from coming over here and rebuilding this. No one has spotted this out yet. So I'm gonna go to Water Orpheus for a second. Has not spotted out this corner at all. If we look at where Werbix is at, Werbix has spotted out this corner, but doesn't know. Neri moved that a little bit later in the game, so doesn't know really where it is. But Werbix does have a pretty good grasp of a lot of the map. Is hanging out just a little bit, and it's going to be quiet on that terms. But I do see Neri making their way out across the map towards the base of Water Orpheus. And I hear more defense sounds going out for Werbix. So I wonder if Werbix is actually teamed up with Water Orpheus right now. If they decided to team up. Because I heard, when you hear that defense sound, that means they're teamed up. Oh yeah, Werbix and Water Orpheus are teamed up against Neri. Oh, this is a really good angle for Water Orpheus to come into, because he might be able to spot this one landmark that's out across the map. Neri is trying to pull a little bit of a landmark snipe with 46 Lancers, but has left some military here at home. Hasn't decided to go all in. We see a split of military of Water Orpheus. Water Orpheus Green has 98 military, is able to split it up rather healthily and move across the map. I think he's just looking for that landmark. I don't know if he'll be able to spot it though. It's a little bit difficult to spot that thing up on the hill. Super annoying placement. We'll see how he gets across the map in a little bit. I do hear the sounds going off for Water Orpheus. Neri has made their way into the base. They are sitting underneath a lot of fire from the keeps, but he moved his military over to the side, and I think he's going to be able to protect whatever horsemen are over here. Camel Rider is coming up from the backside, going to be doing a little bit of damage and walling, basically screening in a lot of these lancers. So I don't know if that is going to go down. Main TC is still really healthy, so it's not looking good for Neri because Water Orpheus has such a strong eco. We do hear pings going off. They were at least able to defend off whatever they could at this main base, but also losing all the military here, and House of Wisdom relatively goes untouched at this point. So wow, yep, that is not good for Neri. Neri is now completely exposed. Going to be at least holding the main TC, but a lot of the trade is being wiped out right now. And I do see a move in from Warbix towards the south side of the map, taking out some of the neutral walls and probably heading towards the base of Water Orpheus. And most of that trade was canceled by Water Orpheus. So green and purple are going at it right now. I'm trying to get as much eco damage as possible. I am worried that Neri is not going to be able to hold this, even though they have a hidden landmark, even though they probably can weasel their way through this. They only have 124 food right now, so it's really going to be up to Water Orpheus to restructure another military group, which they are doing right now. If they wanted, they could backstab Warbix, which would be really, really cool. But we all know Warbix's base is like absolutely insane. So I'm not sure really what's going to happen in this much. There's a little bit of chasing going up, and a lot of the map control kind of seems like Water Orpheus is doing a really good job of kind of keeping things spread out. I would like a forward keep drop, please. Forward keep drop like over here on the main TC. Well, main TC has been moved. Hold on. Oh man, main TC seem to be going to hide too. All right, so Neri has hidden the main TC. Is doing what Mongols do best, hiding and being mobile. This is absolutely ridiculous for Neri. Neri is just moving that guy around. I'm gonna hotkey it so I can see. We do see a elite camel archer so close to this other landmark. I don't think they're going to be able to spot it right now. We do see a huge group of green flooding into that south side of the northern part of Neri's space. Traders trying to get home, trying to avoid the camel rush right now, but I don't think they can avoid it. A couple of the towers are also going to be sieged down by Water Orpheus, and also we see the green. Oh wait, so okay. Who is teamed up with who? It looks like there's going to be a little bit of backstabbing from Warbix on Water Orpheus. So that's what we want to see. That's the drama. That's the drama. So here we go. Backstabbing. I thought Water Orpheus was going to be the one to backstab Warbix, but Warbix decided to do the backstab first. We heard the little sound go off right now, and I think there might be some success in this situation. So yeah, it was Water Orpheus and Warbix. So here we go. Streltsy are out on the map, going to be burning down that farm, making their way past the main TC. This is the main TC, going to go on fire. So a couple of the cannons start to be fired out, and going to be trying to clean up some of the military buildings. Like we saw before, Water Orpheus can produce really, really, really quickly. It has a strong military, has a strong eco, not a lot of wood, but a lot of gold and a lot of food, which means there's going to be a lot of stronger units out here on the map. Camel archers cost 60 wood though, so can't really make camel archers, but we can make camel riders. 180 food, 60 gold, not too bad, not too shabby, and also doing really strong defense, preventing this backstab from Warbix right now. So I don't think Warbix is actually going to be successful because all these military buildings were here and present. But I do see Neri making their way down to the south side of the map, probably going to try to get a couple hits in on Water Orpheus. But the Streltsie's positions are actually really, really good. I didn't think that was going to happen, but a lot of the Camel Riders are down right now. I don't know, maybe it's just like a matter of like where they're aiming, but they're trying to get a couple hits off on the House of Wisdom. Unfortunately, these bombards are really exposed. At least that one, those two were, and this is kind of the one at the back side. So I'm not sure if they're going to actually do a lot of damage yet to the House of Wisdom, which is still at half health. It's a big landmark, huge landmark. And here we have Neri making their way down across the map, gonna be preventing a few of these Camel Riders from getting out, but they are just Lancers. They are a little bit weaker on this end. So and if they're all attacking each other, because Neri and Warbix aren't teamed up, those Streltsy will clean up any of the units that come out from this way as well. And a fire has started on the House of Wisdom. Fire has started on the House of Wisdom, and that is going to be taken out by Warbix. Warbix is not sending in any extra units right now, just hanging out at home. So really he has to turn around his bombards and is going to be able to clean up not only the military of Water Orpheus, but the backup military from Neri as well. So Neri didn't get in any strong hits on any of the landmarks. It's just kind of hanging up here. I don't know if they're teamed up right now, but it's not looking good for Water Orpheus. Our previous week's winner is going to get taken out by both these players right now. So Water Orpheus has been conquered by Warbix. And I don't know. I don't think Neri did get a few. I don't know. We're gonna have to watch the replay to see if that any of that damage still carried over in that situation. For neither of them. Oh wait, who tapped out? Someone tapped out. Neri tapped out. Neri tapped out. They knew that they couldn't defend against Warbix. That's probably what happened.